Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, Candy's a little wet and moved. It's not in the corner anymore. I have been hard at work this morning. As you can see, the paint is now dull. And that's a good thing because that means that we are prepping for clear. So, and the mirrors are off of it. And we are now prepping for the clear coat. So, and as you can see just how the water is laying, this thing is going to be smoother than shit on ice. So it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. Very, very excited. I just need to go get a Scotch-Brite, a red Scotch-Brite, and just do the bump underneath the emblems here and pretty much the creases that I couldn't get the sander into. So yeah, just got to do that. Got to go run and get some tape and some paper towels, and then we will be back in business getting this thing ready to clear. So that is the plan. All right, everyone, we are back. It is officially sanded, as you see, since there is no shine, and we have just started masking. I had Ashley come out and help me do the windshield. I started doing the side windows, so I just got to do back window and the other side window, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. So this thing will seriously be probably one of the, I say this, but probably one of the best clear coats I've ever done. Not the best patinas, but one of the best clears I've ever done. There is a difference. Best patina sitting across the street over there. Best clear coat, besides Death Machine right there, will probably be this one. So, and June was a very, very, very good clear. So I just hope this new clear we got works. We're testing out something new that unfortunately isn't Poppy's patina or the Vice Grip 1776. We're trying out something new here. So yeah, and if this works, then we'll be in business. So it will be in business. So I'm going to continue masking, and we'll go from there. All right, everyone. As you see, we are cleared, and it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. It's not too bad. This clear, you know, for the price, it's not bad. For the price that I had. It ain't crazy, but I mean, I think after honestly a good wet sand and buff, this thing would be perfect. But I do not think they want to throw that much money into it. But damn, does it look nice. That is for sure. It didn't turn out too bad. The hood was my biggest ordeal on this, honestly, but it didn't turn out too shabby. So I'm gonna let this sit and bake for about an hour, and then we'll pull everything off, and then we'll put the mirrors back on. So yeah. All right, everyone, we are back working on Mallard. We got Candy across the street looking beautiful as hell. Speaking of that, I don't know if I showed you how she looked now that she's done. But as you see, we've been cranking out Mallard. But I guess I'll show you Miss Candy now that she has her mirrors on her. Looking like a snack. Like, damn, she pretty. Oh, yeah, she pretty. She pretty. Whoever's gonna buy this truck is a beautiful truck, I will say. Because damn, she is nice. You can clear coated her bumper too, so she is one pretty SLB. She turned out nice. I like it. Hannah likes it. Colton likes it. And that's all that matters. So yeah. Anyways, back on Mallard here. I have the rear wheels off and I'm about to take off the U-bolts so I can pull the blocks out of it. And I need to run to Brian's and see if he'll let me borrow a couple of his screw jacks to hold the bumper up, so that way I can drop this whole axle out of it. So I'm honestly just waiting for him to reply back to me, and then we will go from there. We are getting new U-bolts. I need to run to run to Layton and get those made, because we do not like reusing U-bolts. So that's the plan. I also need to pull the shocks off of it, so need to do that as well. So got the tools here, and yeah, so we start ratcheting away on this stuff. So I'll give you an update once I have one. All right, everyone, today we're going to learn about lift blocks and why you use correct lift blocks when lifting a truck, or in this case, replacing a factory lift block. So this is what we pulled out of it, and this is what we are putting in it. This is a factory lift block. This is not. If you notice, on the top of the lift block, there's a hole, and you notice the other one, there's also a hole. But this is where you start to differentiate. If you look at the bottom, here's a pin. If you look at the bottom of this one, no pin. So that right there was causing us to have so much axle wrap, because the leaf springs didn't have anything to like hold on to. Granted, it had U-bolts, but the U-bolts actually started to come loose because of how much movement the lift block was having. Because if you see it, it's shaped like a wedge, and it was actually getting pushed out this way. And every time you hit the clutch, it actually kept moving towards and farther this way, and pretty much was about to fall out of the truck. You can actually see the slide marks on this. So yeah, and so that's pretty much the reason behind that. As of right now, I need to put the new old lift blocks in, and then I need to run up to Logan and get new U-bolts made, because we cannot reuse the U-bolts. So gotta get those ones remade, and not just because, you know, new bolts, but the fact that those ones are so loose you cannot torque them down. So they're so worn, they just do not like to torque down. So I'm gonna throw these new blocks in, and we will go from there. So yeah. All right, everyone, after a long drive and even longer realizations, they are on. If you notice, this is cut. Well, that is because for some reason they made me the wrong size diameter of U-bolts. They made me 5/8. I needed 9/16. But that is okay, because this is technically stronger. So it wasn't a problem. Just had to cut the ears off of both sides, and we were able to make them work. So yeah, so we made them work. So shocks, that's a whole other story. So the shocks I ordered, turns out, don't exist. So we had to go with a more expensive shock, which sucks. So that's money taken out of my stuff. So that blows. But because I already quoted Hannah and Colton for that. But it'll be getting nicer shocks, so hopefully that's worth it on this truck. But those will be here tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, the goal is to the whole goal is tomorrow is to clear coat this truck, is to sand it and clear coat it. And then eventually we'll be doing the shocks, probably while it's curing. And then the rear shocks at least. And then we got to pull those two off and clear coat those two wheels. So that's the plan as of yes. And yeah, so I mainly just need the shocks. I mean, I could let this droop right now, but I mainly want the shocks so that way it doesn't droop as far. So probably tomorrow morning once I get the shocks, I'll throw them on here real quick and then pull off the front wheels, and then that way we can get rolling on getting these wheels painted. So that's the plan for right now. So yeah, but this thing ain't going nowhere now. It is locked on. So I think doing the new U-bolts definitely helped. So that will definitely work. So yeah, see you tomorrow. All right, everyone, we are back working on old Linda here. Linda, aka Mallard. And I have the wheels off. They are painted. They're just baking right now. Might throw another coat on that wheel. But I have this truck sanded, and I just need to mask everything off, and then she will be ready to spray. So, but the coolest thing is the tailgate. If you remember, the letters were damn near red. So, and now they are in fact back to being white. So that is huge, absolutely huge. So yeah, so now the masking process starts. So hooray. All right, we are officially all masked off, ready to rock, wiped down, locked, cocked, and ready to rock. So let's get this thing cleared, shall we? And I also got the wheels painted too, so they're done. But let's get this thing clear coated, shall we? Well, fellers and fellettes, she is cleared. Might I add, she does look pretty damn good. Dare I say, better than that. But she definitely turned out really nice. I do really like it. But I also decided I'm going to pull the headlight buckets out and repaint the black that's supposed to be in here. So I'm going to pull those out, do those today as well. Yeah, it's turned out pretty. This tailgate turned out really freaking nice. Like it shines you in the face pretty good now. So yeah, I kind of like this clear now. And this didn't use nowhere near as much clear as that did. So that is astonishing, to say the least. But now we just gotta paint the bezels, do the suspension, and throw the wheels and tires on. I think that mainly is the plan for today. Because, I mean, fuck, it didn't take me too long to clear coat this. So, nowhere near as long as it took me to do that truck. So, well, about the same. But I still think Lightfoot's the best looking one, in all honesty. So, yeah, not to brag, but yeah. So yeah. So I'm gonna go get some black paint now and see what I can do to make everything look new again. So yeah, we'll see you here in a second. All right, so as you see, the truck is unmasked and I put the headlight buckets back in with the new fresh paint, and that looks so much better than before. Like, it just looks like a 72 now instead of what was left, but much better. So now we just need to get the wheels on. I need to get the front ones on first and get the rear ones on, but the rear ones I need to jack up the rear axle, put the shocks on the rear axle, and then the new shocks, because I did put the new ones on the front already, and they look much better. So I need to get the front wheels on, and then get the jack up the rear axle, throw the shocks on, throw the rear wheels on, and go from there. So that is the plan as of current. Gonna need to shine up the bumper a little bit, and then that'll pretty much be the end of this truck as of right now. At least, like I said, for right now. And then tomorrow I'll be doing the engine side of everything, doing the oil change, spark plugs, spark plug wires, all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, I say this clear turned out really nice. So it even made the roof go a couple shades darker. But it is shiny. I dig it. I dig it a lot. So yeah, this patina turned out nice. I will say, definitely, this clear definitely worked out a lot better on this one than it did on that one over there. So I think I found the secret to it, and that's temperature. So as long as the clear stays cool, then it turns out like this. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting those wheels on, and then we'll get back to you once I get all the wheels on. Well, everyone, new shocks are on, wheels are on, and she is looking pretty. Sent a picture to Hannah, and she freaking loves it. So that is good. Headlight buckets turned out amazing. This truck just looks 8,000 times better than what it did. So I love it. Not my favorite patina truck, but definitely one of the smoothest ones, that is for sure. So I dig it. I definitely dig it. Clear laid down nice. Everything just worked out perfect. So this one got dirty, so it needs a good wash. But this one also turned out pretty good. But I definitely think this one turned out better. Because just looking how smooth everything laid, definitely turned out better. So I dig it. I dig it like can dig it. So this thing definitely turned out nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, look at just how look at how nice that laid. So nice. So nice. I love it. So tomorrow we'll be back on this, doing the engine stuff on it, and we'll go from there. So yeah. All right, everyone, we are back today on the old Mallard here. And today, I wish it was sponsored, but we got our tropical smoothie here. Yeah, that's good. So what we got going on today is we are doing spark plugs, spark plug wires, and an oil change. So easy stuff, nothing too crazy. Just gotta make sure nothing gets screwed up. So it should be pretty easy. Just gotta do one at a time as usual, and go from there. So I'm probably gonna start on the spark plugs, and then I'll go to the oil change, because the spark plugs are the harder thing and the oil change is the easier thing. So start from there, and we'll see what happens. So yeah. All right, driver's side plugs are done. Plugs and wires are done, and I thought I'd look over these plugs with you guys to show you, that, in my opinion, is a good running plug. It's not white. It's, this motor did run pretty well. So maybe a titch bits on the lean side, just a tad, but I think it was running pretty good. No foul plugs on this side, and I think this motor was running on all 8. It's just, I want this thing to run just a little bit nicer, because the goal for Hannah and Colton stuff is to make it run like a new vehicle, because honestly, damn well, if you know damn well that, if there's any little bit of a problem, I'm gonna hear about it, which is exactly what I get paid for, which is good. So we want to do some preventative maintenance on this truck, so that way, because I know Colton is going to drive this truck a lot. So, I mean, why wouldn't you? This thing's freaking gorgeous. So, like, god damn, this thing is shiny. But, so yeah, and then also, you know, as you see, there's ones like this where there's oil on the middle part of the plug, not past the threads, but on the middle part, and that's pretty much due to a valve cover leak. And so, you know, I would recommend, if this is a customer's vehicle, say, hey, you know, let's do valve covers on this, let's do valve cover gaskets. But I know damn well Hannah would pass over it. She'd be like, it's fine, and run it, because, you know, yeah. But I'm also doing an oil change on this because I know damn well they won't check the oil in it. So, and I've pretty much, Colton's been good about it. Colton's been good about it, and especially since he's been getting better at it since, you know, the whole Dolly incident. But yeah, so tropical smoothie is good. Anyways, I gotta do this side now. Should be pretty easy. I'm just thankful because when we did the plugs on the freaking last truck, they were a nightmare because you had that big ass brake booster right there, where this one doesn't have it. So, because Highboys don't have power brakes, at least all the ones that I've worked on don't. Not even that one, and that one's even a converted truck. So, yeah. So next side, as you can see, that's the spark plug wire we have left to do, and even change the coil wire and everything. So should be good there. I may figure out a radiator cap for this because I think the radiator cap's shot on it. So it does get pretty hot, but I know I definitely want to do a thermostat on it. I probably won't have time to, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with that. So yes, I'm gonna get to doing this side, and I'll get back with you once I'm done. All right, everyone, I'm here to show you why we are replacing the spark plug wires, because we got everything done in there. And you'd think, Kenner, these are nice, you know, sport wires, you know, why are you replacing them? Well, this is why. As you see those two buck teeth marks that go all the way down to the core, that is in fact mice bites. Mouse, squirrel, whatever you want to say. And if you've been around enough old beaters like I have, you know that mice and squirrels love the coatings on wiring and spark plug wires. And that creates not good. Like, there is a chance that this truck would have sparked and lit itself on fire. And when the guy we got this from said that it's not drivable, he was meaning because of the fact that the truck was in 4 low the whole time and it was a bitch to drive. Well, it was actually undrivable because of those, and I wouldn't personally drive on them either. So that's why I would much rather have my bosses stay alive than die in a fiery blaze of a highboy. So, and they've already had one car lit on fire. Last thing we want is one of the trucks to be lit on fire, especially this one, because this truck's really nice, and I would personally hate to see this truck go up in flames. So yeah, just my own personal thing to it. And if it only costs $40 to save their lives, then there you go. It's not a bad thing to do. So now I got to change the oil on it, and then we will go from there. So I'm gonna do a quick oil change on it, and then we'll fire it up and we'll see how she runs. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are back on Project Cadillacs, and don't mind this, that I'm kind of screwed up on that because the tape moved. But we have sample sheets here. And as you see, one's gray, one's black. Well, that's because we finally got the paint in for Ashley's Cadillac, at least the sample paints. So we got the bubble gum, we got the Market Rose, and then we've got the Outlier here, which in my personal opinion, she should pick this one. But the bikini bottom, that is just gorgeous. I love that. Love the metallic in that. But from what I'm guessing is she's gonna pick the bubble gum, and I like the bikini bottom. But if she goes with the bubble gum, then that's what she's gonna pick. That's what's gonna be painted. So that's kind of the process that we're going on right now, and yeah. So I'm waiting for her to get out here so we can start doing these spray outs and stuff. And yeah, so a lot of fun today. So then we're gonna clear them as well, make them look pretty, and go from there. So that's the plan. So once we get these sprayed out, I'll give you guys a holler. But I also want you guys to pick which one is your favorite as well, and which one you guys would do on these. So on this big ass Cadillac. So yeah, and then whatever one she chooses, I'll be telling Glenn, and he will be doing the drawing of that. And I think as of right now, as you're seeing this, the drawing will be done, I hope. I haven't decided when this video will be posted yet. So, but obviously I made the decision because you guys are watching this. So yeah, so I'm gonna get these sprayed out once she's out here, and we'll go from there. So yeah. Well, everyone, that was this week's video. As you've seen, we clear coated Miss Candy, clear coated Mallard, and we even brought Radio Girl back down here. So you guys didn't get to see that, but took Lightfoot back up to the cabin, brought Radio Girl down because it's got a car show tomorrow. So that's awesome. Good to have that truck back. But yeah, we gotta wash up Mallard real quick. Not Mallard, Candy real quick, because Hannah has a couple buyers for it. So gotta get her washed up real quick, and then probably go run and grab some old tire shine and throw some tire shine on this bastard, and then go get some pictures of it. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. It's a good week this week. We even have Showgirl out because it's going to a show this week too. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching, and we will definitely see you on the next one.